People have just been calling, just thinking it's kind of weird.
It's journalism. I'm sorry.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it's protected under the First Amendment.
So if law enforcement requests your identification, right? Your name, your date of birth, your ID card, your driver's license number, you are obligated to give that to law enforcement.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Not unless you can articulate a crime.
So I can articulate that this
Walking
is
around is not
behavior.
suspicious. Isn't a crime.
Well, I am asking you to identify yourself. You are refusing.
Haven't committed a crime.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter. No, I do not.
Well, I already told you you're free to go. So if you'd like to leave.
Am I free to go?
If you want to go, you don't want to talk to a supervisor?
Am I free to go or am I detained? I need an answer.
What's going on today?
I've been released. Are you detaining me again?
So you're not detained?
Okay, thank you. Excuse me?
I said everybody with a cell phone isn't a journalist.
Am I detained or am I free to go?
Right now you're detained.
Okay. For what crime do you suspect me of?
Because she's following up on investigation.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Suspicious activity.
It's not. So suspicion is a crime?
Are you going to give her your name and information?
No.
Turn off the transparent.
Here we are in 2024 and cops are still violating the rights of the people. Welcome back to San Joaquin Valley Transparency. You're acting suspicious. We got a call. You're making people nervous. If a cop asks for your ID, you have to provide it. These are all lies told by police in order to violate the 4th Amendment of the Constitution. This man eventually does get arrested. Sorry for the spoiler alert. His First Amendment rights were violated, along with his 4th and 5th Amendment rights. The female cop detained him. Her partner let him go. He was then undetained, and then he was questioned again when the supervisor arrived on scene and arrested. We've made it abundantly clear that this happens because cops swear an oath to the Constitution, but never actually learn it. We've showed the patterns, we've shown the proof. It's up to you now, folks, to do your part and demand we fix this problem. This country has become a tyrannical dictatorship with the just comply mentality, and this video is living proof of that. Make sure to subscribe to the original channel so we can wait patiently for more videos from him, because we all know bad cops create great activists. Let's watch this video. We'll pause for comments and give you our auditing expertise analysis at the end. Let me know what you guys think.
Excuse me?
How you doing, sir?
All right. How can I help you?
Is there a reason you're just walking around recording?
Is there a reason I'm doing a job? Yeah, to make money.
Okay. People have just been calling, just thinking it's kind of weird.
It's journalism. I'm sorry.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it's protected under the First Amendment, so.
I'm not saying you're not.
Sorry about that.
All right, but hold on. Hold on.
Am I being detained?
Yeah, right now.
For what? For which crime?
So I'm further investigating why you're walking around.
What crime? That's not a crime. Walking around
Okay,
isn't a
but I can
crime.
detain-
You have to articulate a crime before you can
Okay,
detain
but I
me.
could also detain
Supervisor.
Supervisor. Okay.
Yep. You can't detain just anyone. You have to articulate a crime.
I can detain
You're
anybody
incorrect.
While I further
Get your
investigate.
supervisor and let's find out.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready to check.
Name and badge number.
Officer Ashley Vance. You dispatch your supervisor. Badge number 861.
Thank you.
Do you have your ID on you?
I do not.
Can you dispatch a supervisor to my location? Hello. How you doing, sir?
So, I'm assuming he's the one that complained.
No. I don't even know who complained. It came out as anonymous.
This is a constitutionally protected activity, so I'm being harassed right now, basically.
My neighbors are calling me saying, hey, there's some dude running around.
Recording.
So I
Yeah.
showed up because I'm like, okay.
In public, on a public sidewalk.
Sir, I'm not saying you're not.
You
allowed to
are.
record.
You are. By your presence here
Okay.
bothering me while I'm working is telling me I'm not allowed to do this.
Okay. I'm sorry you feel that way,
Okay.
but I'm investigating why we're getting calls about someone walking around.
Walking around isn't a crime, though.
I never said it was a crime, but I still
So
have
you
the right to
no,
detain.
you do not.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm being illegally detained right now, is what you're
That's
telling
what
me.
you want to say?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Failure to identify as a secondary offense, that means there still needs to be a crime that has been committed first. Unless this cop can articulate a single articulable fact that this man has committed a crime, the failure to identify charge will be thrown out of court. Then the lawsuit for false arrest can be submitted. And that's exactly what will happen here if the law is upheld in court. Why police continue to get this wrong in 2024 is astounding to me. Lawsuit after lawsuit, and they still do this to the people. America is the land of the free. We the people may have forgotten it. Many folks will still say to just comply, but that has to be the most un-American thing a free people can do. Let's keep watching.
But you are failure. You're not identifying yourself. You're refusing.
What crime have I committed?
So at the end of the day, if law
It's not the end. It's the
Listen
beginning.
to me for a sec. So if law enforcement requests your identification, right? Your name, your date of birth, your ID card, your driver's license number, you are obligated to give that to law enforcement.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Not unless you can
Well,
articulate a crime.
So I can articulate that this
Walking
is
around is not
behavior.
suspicious. Isn't a crime.
Okay, but it is something we have to investigate.
It's not a crime, so I don't have to comply with anything. I don't have to help you in your investigation.
Okay. Well, I'm asking you to identify yourself. You are refusing.
Haven't committed a crime.
That doesn't matter. You
It
still
does
have to
matter.
identify
No, I do
yourself.
not.
Okay.
You are incorrect.
Okay.
Well, you're about to learn. I hope this is your supervisor. He's about to school you if it's your actual supervisor.
Okay. That's not my supervisor.
That's not going to help then.
Well, I requested a supervisor.
It has to be in a timely manner. You understand that, right?
I understand that.
Okay.
The city of Jacksonville is quite large.
It's
and we
not.
have-
It's not. It's not large at all.
I'm gonna get a phone call from my supervisor. You're still not free to leave.
We'll see.
Okay. All right. Beautiful. Thank you. I got taken care of all of that. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, he's at Gum Ranch in 17, so he is on his way.
To tell you that you're violating my rights.
Not what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay.
I'm walking up and down the street doing a protected activity, and you stop me and demand ID for no crime.
So, like I explained to you, we've gotten multiple calls.
Suspicious isn't a crime.
Okay. That gives us something to investigate.
It does
further.
not. No,
Yes, it
you
does.
can investigate all you want, but you can't demand ID
Yes, I
when you
can.
can't articulate a crime that you think I've committed.
I never said you committed a crime. I said
So then you
we
have
are
no right here.
investigating your suspicious behavior. Or we're getting
Suspicious
multiple
isn't a
calls.
crime.
You have to identify yourself.
I do
to
not.
leave. Okay.
Suspicious is not a crime.
Hello, sir. How are
Name and badge number, please.
you? My name's Corporal Tim Bureau. My officer number is 674.
Thank you.
The Jackson Police Department.
Thank you.
I just want to point out to you folks really quick that this cop does a great job. This is what we want to see with other cops arriving on scene. He's a senior officer, so he does his job properly. He asks a couple questions and the man says he chooses not to speak to police and doesn't want to answer any questions. He quickly realizes there's no crime being committed and lets the man go. We like to give credit where credit is due. He should take the job of the supervisor that arrives on scene because that guy's an idiot. Let's keep watching.
You live around here?
I'm not answering any questions.
Okay. Well, you have a nice day then, okay?
Thank you. Am I free to go?
Supervisor. So he's waiting for police.
Yeah, you've been free to go this whole time.
And she told me I've been detained
Oh, okay.
twice now. So I'm detained?
Well, you want a supervisor?
Am I detained?
I'm trying to identify you.
That's not happening. Am I detained?
Well, at the end of the day, I'm trying to identify you.
That's not my problem. I don't have to further your investigation for you. That's your job. So if you want to find out who I am, you go run photo arrays, whatever you want to do. Apparently you have no idea how it works. You can't walk up to a citizen not committing a crime and demand ID. That's not how this works.
Okay. You know the law more than
I do, actually. It turns out that I do. Man.
my supervisor is on his way. And we'll talk with you.
Hard to believe a citizen out here would actually have a degree and know what they're talking about, huh? It's all right. We're going to stop all this corruption.
You doing all right?
I don't answer questions.
Okay.
Especially when I'm being illegally detained.
Well, I already told you you're free to go. So if you'd like to leave.
Am I free to go?
If you want to go, you don't want to talk to a supervisor?
Am I free to go or am I detained? I need an
Go
answer.
ahead.
I'm not detained?
Just so you know, sir, this is the Jackson Police Department. So there's
Great.
gates and everything, the fence and everything.
Great.
Just don't enter into that fence,
That's
okay?
fine.
Cool.
So I'm on the sidewalk. It's where I've been the whole time before I was harassed.
More than welcome to stay there.
So,
Go.
once again, you've been proven wrong by your own coworker here.
You have a great day, sir.
I'm having a great day. I'm not breaking the law. I'm right here on the sidewalk in public, exercising my constitutional right. Wow. Corruption at its finest.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Name and badge number, please, since you approached me.
Sergeant Spekz, sir.
All right.
What's going on today?
I've been released. Are you detaining me again?
So you're not detained?
Okay, thank you.
All right, guys. Well, look, I'm sure you're capable of handling it. I hope you have a great day, bud.
Is he still doing that? Hey, sir. The officer asked you for your name and the information.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Well, like she explained to you, she's investigating suspicious activity.
Suspicious isn't a crime.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I know y'all wish it was, but it's not.
Okay. Are you going to give her your name and information?
No, I haven't committed a
What do
crime.
you plan on doing, sir?
I'm doing my job, trying to, without being harassed.
Okay.
I'm just gathering content for a story, and y'all want to harass me over it.
Okay. What's your job? You're a writer?
Obviously, I'm a journalist.
Okay. Well, how is that obvious?
I'm gathering content for a story.
Okay. Well,
Who else
everybody
does
with a
that?
cell
Do
phone
mechanics
isn't a
do that?
journalist, sir.
Excuse me?
I said everybody with a cell phone isn't a journalist.
If they choose to be, they are. It's in the Constitution.
Okay. Cell phones make you a journalist?
If that's what you choose to do, yeah.
Okay. You need anything else?
I mean, like I said, I'm investigating suspicious activity.
Suspicious isn't a crime.
People about someone reporting. Ask
Fully
for
legal.
identification. If law enforcement asks for the identification, you are required to identify.
You are
yourself.
not. Why am I not in jail right now, then?
Because we're trying to not go that route by you not identifying yourself. So technically,
You see, I got bail money. So, I mean, if y'all really want to press it.
I can't arrest you right now for resist obstruct delay. You're obstructing my
I'm not,
investigation.
no, I haven't obstructed anything. I don't have to help you in your investigation. I don't have to help you identify anyone. That's helping your investigation. That's your job. That's what I pay you to do.
Sure. You understand that she's just trying to gain your compliance, right?
That's not my
I don't
problem.
want to take you to jail, but also, I'm doing my
You
job.
clearly do, because this is a legal, constitutionally protected activity that you're harassing me over. And then you're lying to me, telling me I have to submit ID to any officer that asks. No, that's incorrect. If you suspect me of a crime and you can articulate it, then yes, I will surrender ID.
Let me clear it up.
We cleared up in court.
We're not in court, sir.
We can be very easily.
I would like to avoid that.
I would rather not, because this is going to keep happening until you guys are taught a lesson.
What's that, sir?
That you can't bully people into giving ID when you don't suspect a crime.
Sure. Nobody is trying to bully you into anything.
She just told me she could take me to jail if I don't give her my ID.
What she's trying to make you sure you understand is when law enforcement are investigating something.
They can investigate whatever you want. You have to suspect me of a crime. What crime do you suspect me of?
Right
all
now.
she can articulate is suspicion, not a crime.
You're going to listen, sir? You're asking questions. You want the answers?
Not really. I know the answers. You think I would come out here and not know?
You're asking the questions.
Just see if you know them.
Trust me, I do.
You clearly don't. Like, you see the time, like, you realize this is costing me job money right now? You're costing me time?
Keep your hand out of your pocket.
No problem. Am I detained or am I free to go?
Right now, you're detained. Sir.
Okay. For what crime do you suspect me
Because
of?
she's following up on investigation.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Suspicious activity.
It's not. So suspicion is a crime.
Are you going to give her your name and information?
No.
Okay. Turn off your hands back.
Okay.
Alright folks, and here are my final thoughts. The police academies are not doing their job. Forget about defunding the police. What about the academies? What kind of contracts and dollars are being thrown at these academies that they can't properly train people to become cops? First of all, to become a cop, they ask your friends, family, and neighbors about the kind of person you are. They only seem to pick out the dumbest people out of all applicants. Then they give you training for about 6 months or less on brute force and compliance and give you a gun and a badge and tell you to go babysit the people. I don't know about you folks, but I think that's a recipe for disaster. That's like mixing ingredients that don't go together and hoping the judges at MasterChef send you to the top of the balcony on a technicality that another cook does a shittier job than you. That's like putting pickles in a cake or peanut butter in a taco. Cops want ID like a crackhead wants to put rocks in his pipe. It's like a drug to them. They'd steal from their own mother's purse to get your ID. Cops would actually form an alliance with each other and conspire against the free people to get your ID. This video showed a clear First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment civil rights violation. First of all, freedom of press is part of the First Amendment. The moronic supervisor said that not everyone with a phone camera is a member of the press. Well, I would like to beg to differ. You don't need credentials, nor a press pass, just like you don't need a religion pass to become a Catholic, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, or an atheist for that matter. The man's Fourth Amendment was also violated, just like the Gestapo did in Germany. They were stopping people on the side of the road, demanding identification. In a public setting, the people still have the right to be secure in their persons, papers, and effects. They demanded he give up his ID without him committing a crime. And they also violated his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent by demanding he answer their questions, which he did by telling them he was in public recording, doing absolutely nothing illegal. The only thing I would have done different in this video is kept my hands in my pockets when asked to keep them out, or then I would have pulled out a little birdie and shown it to him. I would have also flipped the script and told the cop to keep his hands where I can see them. Believe it or not, folks, but that shit makes for great entertainment, and the look on their faces is priceless every time they get spoon-fed their own hypocrisy. This lawsuit will now come out of the pockets of the taxpayer, and that's a crying shame. Nothing will be done to punish these cops, and they'll probably violate someone else's rights. We need to stop the political hate between red versus blue and band together and demand cops know the rights of the people. We need to hold cops accountable for their actions. It's un-American to do this to a free people in this country. This country has become a dictatorship, and the Back the Blue crowd has become an enemy of the free people. They act like everyone else is the communist, but they're the ones who allow this to happen. I used to be one of them. I thought cops were here to protect and serve until I became empowered and wise. I learned my rights. I demanded transparency. And because I've been empowered, we want to share that with you too, so you too can become a free people once again. You have the rights of freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and the freedom to petition your government for a redress of grievances. These fundamental freedoms mirror your natural rights. These documents were written to limit the scope of authority the government has over we the people. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to go subscribe to the original channel. Let's make sure he gets some support. I would like to see him do more videos because he did an outstanding job here. It's really a shame that these cops arrested him, but he definitely found the tyrants of the town that need a much needed education. Let's make sure to give it to them. The information for that department is in the video as well as in the description. We'll see you all in the next video. Peace.